Have you ever wondered what makes you unique from every other individual on this planet? The answer lies in the complex and fascinating world of molecular biology, specifically in our DNA and genes. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is like a blueprint of life. It's a long, twisting molecule, coiled up inside every cell in your body. Imagine it as a recipe book, filled with instructions for making you, well, you. Now, within this blueprint are genes. Think of genes as individual recipes within that book, each responsible for a specific trait. Some genes dictate the color of your eyes, some decide the shape of your nose, while others determine whether you're a fan of cilantro or think it tastes like soap. But it's not just about physical features or taste preferences. Genes are also responsible for our susceptibility to certain diseases. For instance, some people have a gene that increases their risk for conditions like heart disease or certain types of cancer. By understanding our genes, we can better predict, prevent, and treat these diseases, painting a clearer picture of our health and well-being. It's important to note, though, that genes aren't the end-all be-all. They're like an architect's plan, laying out potential possibilities. Whether or not those possibilities become reality can depend on a myriad of factors, from our environment to our lifestyle choices. For example, while someone might have a gene that predisposes them to obesity, that doesn't mean they're destined to be overweight. Things like diet, exercise, and other lifestyle factors can influence how our genes are expressed, shaping us in ways that are uniquely our own. So, what's the takeaway here? Well, it's that we are more than just the sum of our genes. We're a complex interplay of biology and environment, of nature and nurture. Each one of us is a unique blend of countless factors, all interacting in ways that are still being uncovered and understood. So, in essence, what makes us who we are? It's all in our genes. Imagine a bustling city full of activity. Now shrink that city down to a microscopic level, and you have a cell. Each cell, like a city, is a hub of bustling activity, teeming with life and function. A city has various departments to ensure smooth running, and a cell, in a similar fashion, has different components, each carrying out specific tasks. At the heart of our cellular city lies the nucleus, akin to the town hall of a city. This is the control center of the cell, the keeper of the master plan, the blueprint of life, our DNA. Just as city officials within a town hall make crucial decisions to keep the city running, the nucleus directs the cell's activities by controlling the production of proteins. It's the nucleus that holds the genetic information that makes you uniquely you. Surrounding the nucleus, we have the cytoplasm, the bustling cityscape of our cellular metropolis. Here, a variety of organelles, like different departments in a city, carry out their specialized tasks. The mitochondria, our power plants, generate the energy needed for the cell to function. The endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi apparatus, our industrial zones, are involved in the production and packaging of proteins. Meanwhile, the ribosomes, tiny factories scattered throughout the cell, synthesize proteins, the building blocks of life. Lysosomes, the waste disposal systems, break down waste materials and cellular debris. These and many other organelles ensure that the cell, just like a well-run city, operates smoothly. The cell membrane, similar to the city walls, protects the cell and controls the movement of substances in and out. It maintains the balance, allowing necessary materials in while keeping harmful substances out. These components, each with its own role, work together in harmony, making the cell a marvel of biological engineering. From the smallest molecule to the largest organelle, everything has a purpose and a place. Just like a city, each part of the cell plays a vital role in its overall function. Picture a twisted ladder or a spiral staircase. That's what our DNA looks like. Now let's dive deeper into this fascinating structure we call the double helix. Imagine each step of the ladder or each landing of the staircase as a pair of molecules. These pairs are what we refer to as bases. There are 4 different types of these bases in DNA: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. To help remember these, let's use their initials, A, T, G, and C. Now here's the catch. These bases don't just pair up randomly. They have specific partners. Adenine always pairs with thymine, and guanine always pairs with cytosine. It's a bit like a molecular dance, where each molecule has a designated dance partner. The pairs of bases, these steps of our ladder, are held together by hydrogen bonds, forming the rungs. The sides of the ladder, or the handrails of the staircase, are made of sugar and phosphate molecules. Together, these components form the double helix structure of DNA. Picture this. Billions of these bases dancing together in pairs, spiraling around each other in a double helix structure that's so tiny, it's nearly impossible to see with the naked eye. Yet this microscopic structure holds the blueprint for all living things. From the color of your eyes to the shape of your nose, from your love for music to your knack for math, all of it is coded in the sequence of these base pairs. The order of A, T, G, and C in your DNA is like a unique language, spelling out the instructions for who you are and how your body works. Isn't it mind-boggling to think that such a tiny structure holds such immense information? It's like a universe within each cell, a story written in a language that's billions of years old. So, the next time you look in the mirror, remember the incredible dance of molecules happening inside every cell of your body. The sequence of these bases is what codes for everything that makes us who we are. Now, how does the body read this code? The answer lies within the mesmerizing process of transcription and translation. Let's start with transcription. Picture DNA as a grand library, and each gene as a book within it. But to protect this precious library, the books aren't allowed to leave. So how do cells access this information? Well, they create a photocopy of the book, which, in our biological world, is the messenger RNA, or simply mRNA. Here's how it happens. An enzyme called RNA polymerase attaches to the DNA at the start of a gene. As it moves along the DNA, it constructs a strand of mRNA. This mRNA is a mirror image of the DNA strand, except for one minor change. Where DNA has the base thymine, RNA has uracil. Once the RNA polymerase reaches the end of the gene, it detaches, and the mRNA strand is released. This is the copied message ready to be taken out of the nucleus to the rest of the cell. Now let's move on to translation, where the mRNA message is read to create proteins. This happens in the cell's protein factories, known as ribosomes. Each three-letter sequence on the mRNA, called a codon, corresponds to a specific amino acid, the building blocks of proteins. The ribosome reads the mRNA codon by codon, and for each codon, a molecule called transfer RNA, or tRNA, brings the matching amino acid. These amino acids are then linked together in a chain, folding into a three-dimensional protein. So, what we see is a beautifully coordinated dance between DNA, RNA, and proteins. It's a process that's happening right now, inside every cell of your body, billions of times over. It's the process that allows your cells to function, to respond to their environment, to grow, and to reproduce. In essence, the DNA code is translated into the language of proteins. This language tells your cells what to do, and ultimately, it's what makes you, you. This is the magic of molecular biology, the decoding of DNA. Why are proteins so important? Well, let's take a moment to appreciate these unsung heroes of our bodies. Proteins, these complex molecules, take on a myriad of roles, each vital to maintaining the intricate symphony that is life. Proteins are the architects and the builders of the body. They provide structure to cells, giving them shape and enabling them to function effectively. Think of proteins as the bricks and mortar of a house, lending it solidity and form. They are the key components of our muscles, hair, skin, and nails. So every time you flex a muscle or flip your hair, you have proteins to thank for that. But these molecular powerhouses don't stop at just construction work. They're also the body's defenders, acting as antibodies in our immune system. When a foreign invader like a virus or bacteria enters the body, proteins are on the front line. They recognize these intruders and signal our immune cells to attack and neutralize them. It's like having your very own security team working round the clock to keep you safe. And let's not forget, proteins are the body's couriers and communicators. They transport vital materials like oxygen around the body and deliver messages between cells. Hemoglobin, a protein in our red blood cells, carries oxygen from our lungs to every part of our body. It's like a non-stop delivery service, ensuring that each cell gets the oxygen it needs to perform its tasks. Proteins also play a crucial role in digestion, as enzymes. They break down the food we eat into smaller molecules that our body can utilize. They're the body's chefs, preparing our meals so that our body can absorb the nutrients efficiently. So, from building our bodies, defending us from diseases, delivering vital materials, to processing our food, proteins are truly the jack of all trades. They are the workhorses of the body, carrying out most of the tasks that keep us alive and functioning. The power of proteins is truly remarkable, and their importance cannot be overstated. Why are we all different, even though we share 99.9% of our DNA with every other human? A fascinating question, isn't it? The answer lies in the realm of genetic variation. Let's dive right in. Genetic variation is the difference in DNA sequences between individuals within a population. It's the engine that drives evolution and explains why each of us is unique. Just think about it. All the diversity we see in the human population, from eye color to height to vulnerability to certain diseases, can be traced back to genetic variation. But how does this variation occur? The primary source is mutation, which is a permanent alteration in the DNA sequence. Mutations can happen during DNA replication or due to environmental factors like radiation or certain chemicals. While the word mutation might sound a bit scary, it's important to note that not all mutations are harmful. Some can be beneficial, leading to new traits that can help an organism survive and thrive. Others may have no noticeable effect at all. Each of us carries a unique set of genetic variations that make us who we are. These variations can affect how our bodies function, how we look, and even how we behave. For example, a single variation in a gene can determine whether you have attached or detached earlobes, while a different variation can influence your ability to taste certain bitter compounds. Yet with all these variations, we share about 99.9% of our DNA with every other human on the planet. It's that remaining 0.1% that makes each of us unique, a testament to the incredible power of genetic variation. From our physical traits to our susceptibility to certain diseases, this tiny fraction of our DNA holds the key to our individuality. So the next time you marvel at the diversity of the human species, remember that it all comes down to genetic variation. Our uniqueness lies in that 0.1% difference in our DNA. What does the future hold for molecular biology? As we venture into the realm of the unknown, we find ourselves on the cusp of a new era. An era where the microscopic world of cells, DNA, and proteins could revolutionize our lives in ways we've yet to fully comprehend. One of the most promising prospects lies in gene therapy. Gene therapy holds the potential to treat and perhaps even cure genetic disorders by introducing, removing, or altering genetic material within a patient's cells. Imagine a world where inherited diseases like cystic fibrosis or Huntington's disease could be a thing of the past. It's a world where our understanding of the molecular world could lead to the eradication of some of the most devastating conditions that afflict humanity. The future of molecular biology could also usher in a new age of personalized medicine. By understanding an individual's unique genetic makeup, we could customize treatments that are specifically tailored to their needs. No more trial and error with medications. Instead, we could have treatments that are designed with the precision of a key fitting into a lock. But it's not just about treating diseases. Personalized medicine could also enable us to understand our susceptibility to certain conditions, allowing us to take proactive measures to maintain our health. The field of molecular biology is also set to play a crucial role in tackling global challenges. From developing drought-resistant crops to understanding the impacts of climate change at a cellular level, the applications are truly vast. And let's not forget the role it could play in unraveling the mysteries of life itself. How does life begin at a molecular level? How did the complex web of life on Earth evolve? These are questions that molecular biology could help answer. The possibilities are limitless, and the future of molecular biology holds the promise of exciting discoveries and breakthroughs. We stand on the brink of a new age, where our understanding of the microscopic world could redefine the boundaries of what's possible. To sum it all up, we've embarked on a fascinating journey through the world of molecular biology. We've delved into the heart of what makes us who we are, exploring the tiny, bustling world of cells that make up our bodies. We've unwound the intricate double helix of DNA, the fundamental building block of life, and decoded its secrets. We've discovered the power of proteins, the workhorses of the cell, carrying out the instructions written in the DNA. We've seen how variations in our genes contribute to the diversity we see in the world around us, making each of us unique. But this journey is far from over. The field of molecular biology is still budding, with new discoveries being made every day. As we continue to unlock the secrets of life on a molecular level, who knows what amazing things we'll discover next? Remember, what makes you unique is all written in your DNA, the blueprint of life.